Hi there, true believers. We're back here for take two of my guide to the victory blueprint milestones. Somehow, in my OBS software, my microphone got turned off, so I recorded an entire 24-minute video with no sound. So we're going to try it again. And maybe I can go a little quicker this time. So, what we're going to talk about today is the victory blueprint milestones that are going to start tonight at server reset. There's 190,000 points available to earn to get you to milestone 35. But if you want to get JJ's jacket for the A-Force milestone event, we only need to get to level 30. And I'm going to show you that that's quite easy to do. Well, it should be quite easy to do. We'll talk about that. Why do you want to get JJ's jacket? Well, maybe you don't, but it's going to get you 8,000 points in the A-Force milestones. So without further ado, we're going to look at some of the requirements here. So scoring-wise, you need to spend one war energy refill to get 20 points. Earn one war credit is going to get you 2 points. And spend one campaign energy is going to get you 5 points. So I've got a little notepad, some notes that I wrote here I'm going to pull up. And switch over to that right now. So I'm going to preface this just with a quick disclaimer. This is going to be an approximation of what you need to do. The reason is we're all going to earn a little bit more, a little bit less from the war portion of this. And we can all spend more or less campaign energy than the next person. My points that I used here are making several assumptions that may or may not be true for you and your alliance. The first of which is that you are P3. If you're a P2 war alliance, this is going to be close. But if you're less than that or more than that, then this will not be as close. But hopefully you can extrapolate from the information I've got here and figure out about what you need to do for the level that your alliance is at in war. So we'll talk about the first thing real quick, which is going to be the most amount of points, and that's the war energy refill. So you get 20 points for each of those, and 900 is the max that you can use for your 4 buys. You know, we're allowed to buy 4 extra attacks if you're not waiting for energy, which is what competitive alliances do. You know, it's a race. So 900 max for 4 buys times 20 points is 18,000 per war. The event is going to run for a week, so you should be able to get 3 wars in, and that's going to equal 54,000 points. Now, that's where it may vary. If you don't do the 900 each war, then your point total is going to be a little less. Earn 1 war credit. Those are 2 points each. So this, again, this is going to depend. I used an average of 5,000 points. Why? That's not what I want. So this was from our win last night. We got 5,500 war credits for the win in Plat 3. A loss is less than this. I think a win in Plat 2 is like 5,200. So just to be conservative, because I don't want to overdo it and have you thinking you're going to get more than you're going to get. I'd rather shoot a little under so you're not disappointed and upset that, oh, well, Mag said, no, I'm going conservative. Your mileage is going to vary on this, depending on if you win or lose and what level your alliance is at in war. But I averaged it out, and 5,000 is a pretty close average to use, so that's what I went with. So milestone 30, 103,100 points again. So using the average of 5,000 in Plat 3, 5,000 times the 2 points that you get for the event is going to be 10,000 per war. You also get 38 points per knockout. Where did I get that from? So again, this is for Plat 3. Your number may be different, but in Plat 3, I'm getting 38 points for each knockout. So on a team of, if you're beating a team of 5 in war, then you're obviously going to get 38 times 5, and that's where I came up with these numbers. Now, you may use your team as a sacrifice, or you may go in for cleanup, and so you may not get 5 knockouts per win. That's going to vary these totals a little bit. I would still recommend you being a team player, and if sacrifice or cleanup is necessary, you go ahead and do it. That's how I'm going to operate. But if you get 38 wins, 38 points per knockout, 38 times 5 is 198 points then per victory. And this is another assumption. I'm going conservative here and saying 10 wins per war. You could get more, you could get less. 190 points times 10 wins per war is 1,900. So that plus the 10,000 you're getting from your win or loss completion is going to be about 11,900 per war. Again, just an estimate, but it should be pretty close, especially if you're Plat 2, Plat 3. Assuming you're going to get 3 wars during this event, which we should, right? So the event starts tonight, so we've got war tonight, Friday, well, Zone 1. Friday war, Monday war, Wednesday war, and then for the Friday war next week, a week from tonight, the event will end before that war starts. So you're going to get 3 wars in there, unless you were hopefully smart. I think it's smart, and saved your last war's inbox rewards and didn't collect them yet. That's what I did. I got my inbox rewards last night after the war ended, and I have not collected them yet. I'm going to wait and collect them after the event starts, so hopefully that'll give me a little bit of a boost, a little bit of a head start in the milestones. So I'll have 3 wars plus a little bit extra from that, I'm hoping. I don't know for sure that that's how it's going to work, but I don't see why not, and I had nothing to lose by trying it. So, barring that, I'm not including that in my calculation. Assuming 3 wars during your event, your war total will be approximately 89,700, right? You've got 54,000 from your war energy refills up here, and then you're going to get about 11,900 for your war awards and your knockouts. So there's 103,100 points needed for milestone 30 to get JJ's jacket. If you subtract your 89,700 from that, that leaves 13,400 points left to get from spending campaign energy. So we'll talk real briefly about how much campaign energy we have to spend. And I was pleasantly surprised when I did this math. And again, it may vary depending on what your war results are, but this shouldn't be too difficult to get JJ's jacket. Campaign energy is worth 5 points per, so the 13,400 divided by the 5 is 2680 energy to spend over the course of the whole event. So divide that by 7 days, and that is only 383 energy per day. I'm sure you're probably already doing 600 anyway, so this is not anything above and beyond what you're doing. So for my alliance, we're a 4-buy alliance in war, and I'm doing 600 energy for raid keys every day anyway. So I personally don't have to change anything about how I play Marvel Strike Force, and I'll get JJ's jacket. So I think that's pretty cool. Um, Now, if you want to talk about the max milestones, if you want to max the milestones out, you need 190,000 points. So using the same 89k total from before, that leaves us with a little over 100,000 points left for campaign. If we divide that by the 5 points you get per campaign energy, now we're left with a whopping 20,000. Divide that by 7, and now we're talking 2,866 energy per day. You've got to more than double to go from level 30 to the max milestone. This, we're talking about one of those $25 offers for campaign energy per day. Right, they're like $24.99, and you get 2,400 energy. And maybe there'll probably be some offers that are better or worse than that throughout the course of this event that might make this more affordable, but otherwise you're looking at spending probably $125 in campaign energy to max the milestones out. Now, do you want to max the milestones out? Why should we do that? Should we do that? If you get all the way down here, you're getting 150k, 120k of the level 4 blue ISO currency, which is pretty necessary. It costs 60k just to equip one piece of gear. So if we let's go look at my roster real fast, and we'll look at Kestrel. So just to equip one piece of level 4 blue ISO is 40k of the old blue ions and 60k of the new level 4 blue ions. So 100k total, but 60k of that is of the new stuff. And you're only going to get 60k for many of the milestones. Some of the first ones you get 40k per, and then it's not till the end that you get more. So you're looking at 60k to equip each one of these 5 pieces. And then on top of that, that's just going to equip the pieces. So when you want to actually level up your ISO level to 4, that costs 415,000. So that's why they're saying if you max the milestones out, you're going to be able to do 1.5 characters to level 4 blue ISO. Is that worth it? I guess we'll see. Probably not for most of us, but if you want to be first to the party with a level 4 blue ISO character, you want to really pump up your Dormammu or your Doom or your Morgan Le Fay, this is going to be a way to do that and put you above and beyond everybody else. These ISO rollouts are traditionally pretty stingy in the beginning, and the offers they're going to have for this are going to be pretty expensive to start off with. So really it just depends. Do you want to be first? If you want to be first, you're going to have to spend some money, and you're going to end up with 1 to 1.5 characters at ISO blue level 4. Let's go back real fast and talk about JJ's jacket and why do you want that, if you want that. So we'll go back to the milestones. So a force of nature, scoring. So for Jessica Jones' jacket, you're going to get 8,000 points. What does that mean to you? Well, I guess it depends if you got Captain Marvel's helmet or not, and how many A-Force emblems you've collected and or purchased. You can see I'm at 13,470 right now, so adding another 8,000 to that is going to get me to what, 21,470. So I'm looking at getting to milestone 32 by collecting the jacket, and that's probably worth it. That's going to get me 10, 20, 30 more Spider-Woman shards, gold orb, some gold promo creds, a couple of gold orbs here, some Armory 16 orbs, 120 dark promo creds. I mean, it's not trash. The rewards at the end of this are much better, and I would like to max them out, but for not having to change my gameplay at all to get this stuff, I think that's pretty cool. Again, that's just for me. You know, what you're doing may be different than that, but I'm not going to have to really change how I play this game, and I'm going to get more stuff. So I'll take it. Now, maximizing this event is pretty sweet because when you get down to these last few milestones, and unfortunately, we have no idea what it's going to require to get to here. It's going to be much more than just getting Nico's staff, because that's only going to get you 10,000 points. So for me, what was I talking about being at 21? So I'll end up with JJ's jacket in between 32 and 33. Add another 10,000 to that, and that's going to put me at 31. So that's only going to give me these two, 34 and 35. Milestone 34 and 35 for me. If I get Nico's staff, 20 more shards, a couple more Armory 16s, some teal mini uniques. So how are we going to make up the bulk of the difference here? You know, that's an extra 20,000 points. I assume that it's probably going to be through offers. Is that going to be worth it? Well, we'll have to wait and see. You know, a lot of this A Force of Nature event is still, that information has not been given to us. But looking at this here with fully crafted teal pieces, it may be worth it, but we're just going to have to see what this is actually going to cost in terms of real dollars to determine if that's going to work out for us. But you know, teal gear is expensive, expensive AF right now. So maybe this is going to be a better deal. It is just bio gear, so there's that to consider. So you may end up just using it on Spider Woman, but she's pretty much broken right now. Anyway, text fix incoming, right? So yeah. That is a summation of this Victory Blueprint Milestones and how it applies to the A Force of Nature. I hope this was of some use to you. It's going to be on my video on demand on Twitch, and I'm working on today getting my Twitch connected to my YouTube so I can upload some of these videos to YouTube and get going on there as well. So if you like the video, give me a follow, please, and you can come hang out and we'll talk Marvel Strike Force. I like to talk about theory crafting and the events, complain about Blitz, you know, all the normal stuff. So yeah, holler at your boy. Hope you have a great day.